they're losing to a team that is playing so remarkably well.
Huge 28-3, 22 minutes in, the quickest in this series. He goes down and across the map.
They will go to the World Championships as the #1 seed.
Oh my God!
With hundreds of millions of hardcore gamers and thousands of global tournaments each year, computer games are well on their way to becoming the world's biggest sports.
This is the computer game that we are all gathered here to watch. A computer game.
And at the center of everything is a whole new breed of celebrity, the eSports superstar.
I guess essentially I'm a 21-year-old who's a millionaire through gaming. Yo, I'll take it.
The best players have left their bedrooms to compete in the world's biggest stadiums. Offered up athletic visas and sports scholarships, athletes play for up to 18 hours a day in dedicated gaming houses, always under the watchful eyes of their agents and coaches. For those who work hard and keep their heads together, real fame and wealth await, with cash prizes going into the millions. But as quickly as their stars can rise, they can also come crashing down when the pressure of top-level competition proves too much to handle. With the screaming fans, the huge cash prizes, and above all, the glory, the pressure has never been this great. Welcome to the world of esports.
Over the past few months, we've heard one thing from everyone who's involved in esports, and that's that it's here in South Korea, where as far as professional gaming is concerned, this is home. It's a country where you'd be hard-pressed to find a street that didn't have at least one gaming cafe, or PC bong as they call it. It's a country with its own dedicated esports stadiums, and where young men can achieve celebrity status purely by being very, very good at computer games. But most importantly, it's here in Seoul, where for the first time ever, the League of Legends World Championship will be held, making this one of the biggest gaming events in all of history. We're in Chamseo Olympic Park in Seoul, South Korea for the League of Legends World Semifinals. And it's going to be Samsung Blue versus Samsung White, the two Korean teams. And then after that, it's going to be Team OMG, which does stand for Oh My God, and Starhorn Royal Club playing against each other. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. The sun's out. It's really hot. It's a perfect day, really, to sit indoors in a dark room for hours and watch some professional video games.
My name's Joseph, but everybody calls me Calcep. People tend to know who you are pretty easily, which is another advantage of wearing a cow costume. Style. I like it.
Are you guys an item?
예, 사귀고 있어, 커플이에요.
Would you guys say that couples who play together stay together?
아무래도 좋아하는 거랑 취미를 공유하는 거나 마찬가지이기 때문에 오래 사귈 수 있는 것 같아요.
Other than the matches themselves, the biggest appeal of any esports event is the cosplay. In Korea, cosplay isn't just a hobby, it's a full-time professional career. Entire teams dress up like computer game characters so that fans can get a sense of being closer to the game and take pictures with the champions they play online. In many ways, the cosplay teams are the cheerleaders of the esports world, and they get almost as much fanfare as the athletes themselves.
Wow. Do you wish that you could be your character in real life? Why not?
좀 평범하게 살고 싶습니다.
One of the cosplay groups here is called Spiral Cats, and they've invited us into their dressing room to see how they get dressed in their cosplay outfits. Is it okay if I come in? I've just noticed there's not a lot of coverage with your armor. How would that actually work in battle?
한국에서는 이렇게 여자의 이렇게 뭐랄까 매력이 드러나는 부위 이런 거를 이렇게 좀 나타내 주는 걸 그러는데 그러니까 그런 거를 갖다가 외국에서 어떻게 얘기하시는데 한국에서 이건 방어도가 높다라고 표현을 많이 해요. 예쁘게 하고 나가면 주변에 아군들의 그 사기가 올라가지 않을까.
Are you not boiling hot inside of that? Is there a leg bit that goes with it, or is it just top half giant purple monster, bottom half jorts?
Thank you.
What's that giant syringe for? What is that? The furry one, the steampunky one, the kind of kinky one, and the wizard one, they're all amazing. I'm kind of jealous of the Hulk's job. I'd put on a purple fat suit all day in the sun if it meant I got to hang out with these 4 spiral cats. Yeah, definitely. So we're entering the semi-final with the spiral cats. Basically, they're making me look a lot cooler, but I'm completely cramping their style.
There are more League of Legends players in the world than there are people in France. With 67 million monthly users, it's the most popular esport. And out of that 67 million, 10 of the best players were about to compete in this stadium. The match was between 2 Chinese teams, Starhorn Royal Club and the much feared OMG, nicknamed the Forces of Darkness by the Chinese media. Before each game starts, players' portraits come up on a big screen with their gamer aliases underneath. Names like Uzi, Looper, and a guy known simply as Cool. Both groups would already be taking home at least 150K, but only one would win the chance to play Samsung White in the finals for $1 million. As their characters appeared on screen, the crowd went wild. The games had begun.
These guys are about to write a new story for us here in semifinals.
Change the color depending on which team you're supporting. So you can look into the crowd and see which team is the most popular based on the colors. Weirdly enough, the only other show that I know this has been done at is Coldplay.
They hold them up, Shockwave comes in, Cola is going to go very low. They're actually trying to kill off Uzi at the bottom and they won't go right, it'll be easy peasy.
Sounded like that guy was having an eSports orgasm.
Here in game 1, Korn just tries to come off the fountain. They want to pick up some more kills. Korn go on back just at the end. But solid victory in game 1 for OMG. Very much controlled the game, controlled the lanes from the very start.
Between every game, there's a huge line of Spiral Cats fans who just queue up just to take a picture with these girls. There's going to be about 6,000 pictures on Twitter tonight that all look exactly the same. Just one guy in the middle of 2 Spiral Cats. Thing is, Tasha actually said that I was very handsome earlier, so...
Is everybody having a great time? Do you guys want some swag? Let's bring out the swag!
As soon as a match would finish, fans would leap out of their seats and run to the front of the stage. Why? Because of a little thing known as swag. Not hip-hop swag, but eSports swag, which comes in the form of small styrofoam figurines that are continuously thrown out into the audience.
I think it's pretty obvious that there's a lot of swag in this room right now.
Welcome back to the 2014 World Championship. Who will face Samsung White in the final?
My first swag experience was unsuccessful, and I went back to the Spiral Cats empty-handed, only to find that my seat had been taken by somebody else.
How's it going? There's someone sitting here. Can I sit here? Kind of annoyed because there's some people sitting with the Spiral Cats right now, and it's kind of my thing, so might have to have a word with them in a bit. So apparently the guys who stole my seats next to Spiral Cats are talking to them right now are actually the American team Cloud9. So they're really famous esports stars.
My alienation from the glamorous world of the esports elite was about to become way more obvious, because the guy who took my seat was one of its A-list celebs. His name was Hai, and he was the captain of Cloud9, America's best team.
Hey man, I was just wondering, we were... Oh, sorry. We're making a documentary about esports, and we were filming with the Spiral Cats earlier. I know you guys are from Cloud9. I was wondering if you'd be interested in like a quick interview with...
Yeah, can you later, like after the next game?
Yeah, sure, whenever you want, man. Yeah.
Will you be here?
Yeah, be right here. Cool.
I'll find you later.
Cool.
But what did I expect? He may not be a household name, but in this world, Hai was hot shit, and I had no League of Legends skills to my name.
Royal could do it here. Insect gonna dive a little bit deeper. They try again to heal on the fountain, but this whole time the Nexus is falling. The Nexus super low, just a couple more hits will do it, and there it is. Starhorn Royal Club take down OMG to move through to the 2014 World Championship Finals.
So the stage was set. The Chinese Starhorn Royal Club would be competing against the Korean Samsung White for $1 million and the coveted Summoners Cup.
The atmosphere was absolutely crazy when they won. The Chinese fans especially were just going mental. So now we're going to go head to the press junket and see if we can catch an interview with some of the players.
Having EDG out of the way already for the semi-finals, how did that affect you? Since they won 4 LPLs and then also that they beat you in the qualification so that you got a direct seat into Worlds.
The fact that we were able to beat them on such a bigger stage, such as the World Championships, like I think that's a lot happier. It makes it a much more happier achievement.
The Spiral Cats had left me for Hai, America's esports superstar, and I couldn't even get a question in edgewise at the press junket. We were quickly learning how difficult it was going to be to penetrate this exclusive world with its own A-list celebrities and its own rules.